Griff, we welcome him. But just for you there, make sure we get him up.
Can you put me can you please speak?
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Thank you very much from the Serious Minds family. Peace. Greetings, Serious Minds family. If you would like to support independent media, please do so by hitting the Cash App at $Professor Griff. That's $PROFESSORGRIFF. If you're listening right here on YouTube, just hit the super chat. And of course, you can go to PayPal. That's www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. And of course, you can go to my website, www.professorgriff.me. Hit the donate button at the top of the screen on the right. Thank you very much for listening and supporting independent media right here on Serious Minds RNTV. Thank you very much. Peace. Greetings, Serious Minds family. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Your positive energy is definitely appreciated. Thank you very much from the Serious Minds family. Peace. Remember, Serious Minds attract serious minds. Seriously. You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
All right. I see what's going on. All right. That should do it. Make sure everything's up. Hold on for a second. Let me play it again.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe, so we can notify you when the next time we vibe on Serious Minds. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, so we can notify you when the next time we vibe on Serious Minds. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious minds. Seriously.
All right, peace. Greetings, everyone, and welcome. My name is Professor Griff. Y'all already know that. And if y'all didn't know, I'm Minister of Information for this legendary group, Black here, public enemy since 1980 something. But yeah, that's a long time ago. Anyway, welcome to Serious Minds RNTV, and what I thought was going to be a very dynamic show that I was putting together, been putting it together now for a few days. Yeah. Some people gave me a phone call and basically said, listen, that video that's circulating around the internet is getting people's channels and pages shut down. So I said to myself, do I want to run the risk of getting the channel, to get IG shut down, to get Facebook shut down, to get Instagram shut down, to get YouTube shut down, to get... I said, nah. So I said to myself, what is it in the video? So I went back after I watched the video for the third time. I said, well, what is it that, because, hold on for a second. If you really think about it, people are showing all kind of stuff, man, online that, and I say to myself, well, damn, how come they didn't shut that down? That's just straight up graphic, man, for real. But anyway, yeah, so I entitled this show, "The Video Has Been Removed," because it violates whatever it's supposed to violate. I'm not sure. Yeah. Hold on, let me let everyone know that I'm on. Yeah, so, yeah. So I went back and I just said to myself, well, okay, let me watch it. Let me figure out what's going on. So I said to myself, okay, shoot, let me see. So I went back, I watched it again, and I just said to myself, I don't see anything. But a lot of times people deal with the truth vastly different than other people may deal with the truth, and we have to just accept that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to see if I could just kind of deal with screen one and go up on screen one and open this up. And this is the video that people are talking about. It's called The Plandemic, a film about the global plan to take control of our lives, liberty, health, and freedom. And let me see if the
scientist of her generation.
Let me see. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't want the channel to get. So hold on.
Dr. Judy Mikovits has been called one of the most accomplished scientists of her generation.
So it's that individual, Judy Mikovits. And the gentleman is interviewing her, and she's laying out some basic things that I'm thinking that we've kind of already discussed on this platform and other platforms that I've heard, that I I sometimes frequent. And I just said to myself, it really wasn't much telling, some stuff that we already knew, some stuff that people in the conscious community has been saying for a minute. But since a lot of people that have came along with a degree of consciousness and have polluted the conscious community, other people just stop checking for them people and stop listening. So then when this kind of information goes out, we can say, but we said that already. Oh man, I stopped listening a long time ago because of what? We have to be able to pick and choose who we should listen to and or whatever. So I just said to myself, okay, well, maybe, hold on for a second. Maybe we need to play aspects of it or just kind of do an overview of what this particular young lady was talking about on the video. I just said, wow, okay, because if she got shut down because of that, I was like, wow. All right, well, I just said to myself, well, maybe or maybe not. So I just said, no, I'd rather not do that. Let me just go ahead and just go right back to facilitating a conversation. Now, how many people have saw or have seen this particular piece I did? What's good with you, niece? You all right? Quan, what's good? I didn't do my normal introduction because I wasn't going to be on here long. I'll get to some of the finer details a little bit later on. I apologize for not shouting people out, which y'all rightly deserve the shout out. But I wanted to dive right into it. But I gotta. Okay, I'll be done tomorrow. Hold on for a second. Okay, cool. Hold on. Hold on. Something strange is going on. Hold on. Anyway. All right. So I guess I should have done my basic, normal kind of shout outs and that kind of thing, because I think I was rattled because people said, yo, Griff, I know what you're planning, blah, 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 blah. We discussed some things, but no, I wouldn't show the video on my platform. They're shutting people's platforms down. I'm like, whose platform did they shut down? So they mentioned some people. I was like, wow. All right. I've been in Facebook jail before. I never got YouTube shut down and never got IG. Do they even shut people down on IG? So I don't know. So I just said to myself, well, maybe we could do an overview. So I just said to myself, okay, well, let me kind of dig up some of the information that, that I sent to myself. So I said, okay, well, let me try that. So let me see. This other video that I wanted to show, and people said, listen, people are getting their pages shut down because of that too. I said, well, what is it? This whole idea of anytime you mention COVID-19, a red flag goes up and then locking people out of their pages and this kind of thing and their platforms. So I said, okay, so at the last minute, I just said to myself, okay, I've been following the Ahmaud Arbery story, the brother that was jogging and got shot down by two white men. And I just said to myself, well, let me go on with that. And then I was toggling between the two, and I just said to myself, now I don't want to do it any injustice. And I just said to myself, okay, yeah. Then I went back to the nurse who says minority coronavirus patients in New York City are being murdered. I've heard that before. This is not the first time I've heard that. So I just said to myself, wow, wow, wow. So being stuck between both of those two, by the time I came on, I just said, yeah, both of them deserve our undivided attention. But we have to be able to do the necessary research in order to lend and give justice to both of the stories. All right. Of which I had a totally different kind of show prepared. I was going to play some videos, get some interaction from some people, and kind of figure out exactly what's going on in the world. Nope, don't want to put that over there. Hold on one second. I'll put that over there and keep it for safekeeping, and I'll keep this. So, first story, our good brother Ahmaud Arbery. How many people have heard of this particular story? The gentleman jogging in Georgia and getting shot down. How many people read the story? All right, well, let me take a pause for the cause and let me do some basic kind of housekeeping. For the people that were supposed to receive the book, we already said several times that it's late. I'm pretty sure the email went out to everybody. If I missed anyone, I'll send it back out tonight and no later than tomorrow. The Alternative Black Studies course is on point. It's right where it's supposed to be. The next meeting will be on Tuesday. I'm trying to do it this Sunday. I'm trying to clear out some time in the schedule to do it Sunday when most people are home. Yeah. So I just said to myself, okay, well, let me catch up on some things. Album is on point. I'm finishing up the last few things on there. And yeah. Okay. So everybody's telling me this is choppy. Hold on. Am I coming through clear on Facebook and YouTube? All right. Okay. So then I sent myself some other information. Hold on. Not only that, I sent myself some information about the CDC and State Department. And I got a message and said that hold on. I got a few messages. It says, Trump administration has rejected the CDC's guidelines for reopening the United States. I said, okay. Then I read further and it says the TSA officials stockpiled more than 1.3 million N95 masks instead of donating them to hospitals. Now, why would you do that? Then, come on in. And then, what was the information that you gave me about they sent what country or what place was they gave body bags to?
It was one of the Native American.
Oh, the Native American tribes,
yeah.
reserves. So they requested some assistance in reference to supplies, and the supplies that they sent them were body bags. Wow, what's going on?
Was it like a veggie burger?
Yeah, I'm not going to be on here long. They said I'm choppy over here, and I'm not sure if I'm coming through over here, so I'm not going to be on.
I know we hadn't eaten much, and I'm just finishing making.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right.
So you don't want it now?
No, I don't want it.
To interrupt your show.
No. You can bring it up. You can bring it up.
Okay.
All right. So doctors identify several dozen additional cases of a rare inflammatory syndrome in children that's likely linked to coronavirus, COVID-19. And we have to start getting used to the idea of everything now that goes down anywhere near a hospital or under their watch, they're going to start regarding it as COVID-19 or attributing it to COVID-19. If you go in with a toothache and you have a fever because of the toothache, you're going to consider you tested positive. All right. So my question is very basic. I'm going to see if I can, if I'm still not coming in choppy, if I'm coming in clear. I want to ask a question, and I need this question answered before we move forward. All right. I need this question answered from everybody that think they know. All right. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm getting some news in. Hold on. It's breaking news. They said the white supremacist that killed Ahmaud Arbery was arrested. Can somebody confirm that for me? I know. They don't want the broadcast to get out. Can someone confirm that? Quan, can you confirm that? I need to know. I don't like jumping right on stories like that because I want to get the backstory. I want to get information. So, it's true. Oh, yeah. I read about Zimbabwe's protest. I read that they sent the test to Zimbabwe so they could test the people. So I think the president or someone in Zimbabwe, they tested fruit and they tested it on animals and they sent the results back and all of them came positive. All the results are positive. I was like, wow. All right, people saying that they can't hear me over here. So I guess it's, yeah. Let me see. So let's understand this particular dynamic and what's going on. They're sending Native American tribes body bags. They're skewing the numbers. They sent the test to Zimbabwe. They tested fruit and animals and sent it back, and they said all of them is positive. So you mean to tell me, so there's no inkling of an idea that someone may think that there's a conspiracy going on? And then why would you, if this woman is full of BS like they claim she is, then why would you shut down everyone's page that shows the video? I'm just asking some basic questions. Help me out. All right. So in my little minuscule little travels, I'm going to certain places and black people are acting, I don't want to curse, but there's no other way to say it. Black people are acting the fuck up. There's a woman that's a head of security at a store who were rejecting people because they didn't have their mask. The white boy walk up and he takes his t-shirt and puts it over his face and walks right in. Come on, man. Tuesday, Tony, what's good with you? So, peace and greetings, family. I didn't get a chance to dive into any of these particular subjects yet, but this is the thing that was on my mind as I was preparing to put together some kind of show. So I'm saying, so Quan, if they arrested the gentleman, right? What did they arrest him on? Can somebody send something to me? Send me a link. Send it to my phone. Ah, somebody already did. Thank you. All right, Mr. Black Sphere, can you send it to my cell phone? 678-557-2919. All right. 678-557-2919. Six, 557-2919. I want to pull it up on here. All right. Somebody said, can you email me? You email me at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. Serious, S-I-R-I-U-S. Minds, M-I-N-D-Z, info, I-N-F-O @gmail.com. All right. I love you too. So somebody said it's breaking news. All right. Aisha Rob, what's good with you? All right. So I'm trying to juggle between both stories. All this information coming out about COVID-19 is killing me. Not literally. It's like, you know, you want to try to put the pieces together. People are making documentary films. Father and son arrested. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Whoever just sent me a text message, don't send me anything from TMZ. That's not a reliable source for me. Y'all are killing me, man. Y'all killing me. But I'm going to play. This is the footage, I guess. Hold on. Oh. Okay. No, it's all right. Wow. Yeah, they kind of hunted him down. Okay. Wow. So the father and son was arrested. Travis McMichael and Gregory McMichael, the white father and son seen on video confronting Ahmaud Arbery and then shooting him, have been arrested for murder. Wow. The Georgia Bureau of Investigations arrested the Michaels Thursday. Both have been booked into Glenn County Jail for murder and aggravated assault. Both men have been free since February 23rd. Wow. Wow. It says February 23rd incident. But when the video leaked this week, there was mounting pressure for them to be arrested. GBI officially took over the case Thursday from local cops in Brunswick. Now, if the GBI didn't take that over, would these white boys be in jail? Now, if you jogging and you see two white boys with guns run up on you in a truck, like they've been doing for years, this ain't nothing new. This is rather old. What would you do? The haunting video showed Ahmaud jogging down the street when he was stopped and confronted by the McMichaels. A brief struggle between Travis and Ahmaud took place before gunfire, and Ahmaud fell to the ground. A 911 call from that day was also released Thursday. In the call, you can hear who appears to be Gregory McMichael talking to the dispatcher saying, "He's running right now. There he goes right now." There were allegations of corruption because the elder McMichael used to be an investigator for the Glenn County DA's office. After the video came out, the DA formally asked the GBI to investigate the now 2.5-month-old case. Damn, this happened 2.5 months ago. Wow. 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 All right. There's not much more that I can say other than the fact that the genocidal mindset, all right, the black people being treated as subhuman and below the human level, which is subhuman. Black people being treated like animals, still going on in America. And some of us that may see this may be like, Griff is fear-mongering. Griff is touting the same old RBG or angry Muslim or, whatever line. It's like, wow. So, but because there's footage now, and white people can no longer hide their brutal, wanting murder of black people and getting, do you realize how many white people are still living that have murdered black people? And there was a judicial system in place when they committed these particular crimes. Do you realize the millions of black people that have died at the hands of white people? None of them white people have been brought to justice. They won't even bring a system to justice. They don't want to even have a nation apologize and then repair the damage that have been done to black people. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to watch the black apologists for white people who shoot down black people, like the Uncle Toms, like Mr. Barkley and some of these other people, man. Please don't tell me that's true, Hadia's Boutique. Did the mom forgive them? No, come on, stop that. No, don't even say that. I'm not even doing that today. Hold on. Nope, not doing that today. Not doing that today. Did the mom actually apologize to these people for killing her son? Hold on. I gotta mute my microphone. Hold on. Ahmaud Arbery's mother speaks on him being chased down and killed. All right, this is on Sean King's platform. All right, so let's listen to this for a second. Can we do that? So I'm going to mute my microphone. All right, so I'm sure y'all can hear it already on YouTube and Facebook, but I want people on IG to hear it. Hold on, let me just mute this.
I wanted to start our conversation with you first telling me more about Ahmaud, because I've worked with so many families across the country who've lost their loved ones to some type of violence. And there's something weird that happens where for most of the world, that moment of violence is their first introduction to your loved one. But when you think of him, you don't just think of this one horrible moment. You have 25 years of memories. And I wanted just for you to introduce Ahmaud to me and to those of us who see this so that we can understand him in the moment bigger than that one Sunday afternoon.
Ahmaud was my baby boy. I had him on Mother's Day back in 1994.
Oh, wow.
On Mother's Day, yeah. And Ahmaud was the baby. He has an older sister and an older brother. But Ahmaud was his brother and sister's keeper. He loved his family. And I know he loved his mama. He had the most humble spirit. He liked sports. He loved LeBron James. He loved LeBron. He loved Kobe. He loved football. Within the last, I would say, since he's been an adult, I think you hear me say thank you all the time because those were his words. If you did anything for Ahmaud, it was always thank you. He was just a gracious guy. Yes, he was. And if he left the room, or if I leave home, he's leaving the house, it's always I love you. Those were his words. And his spirit was just so humble, and he just didn't deserve to go like he went. You know, the first person who reached out to me, I actually had all the way back in February. I had a guy from the NFL who reached out to me, and I think Ahmaud was such a standout athlete that several guys that he played with and played against played Division I football and actually even went to the pros. And I had several guys reach out to me and say, I knew this guy. I love this guy. And sports and fitness, I know, were a huge part of his life. Can you speak some about even his young life, even as a boy, and what sports and athletics meant to him? Yeah, sure. I got Ahmaud in the football when it was like flag football. Oh, yeah. He was like 5 or 6, and he stayed in football until he came out of high school. All right. So since this happened, I had his little league coach to reach out. Not only had he been killed, but
I wanted to fast forward it. A lot of times it's good to hear other people speak of an individual, and it's always good to hear what his relationship was with his parents and friends and this kind of thing. If not, we have to be able to attach a whole human soul to this, not listen to the news, because what I heard was the first thing they did was bring up the man's criminal record. And I think he had one charge of shoplifting. All right, so let's get back to it.
But that they had bad information.
Yes, because for one thing, Mr. King, nobody burglarizes anything. Even him not being a burglar, he knew better not to rob someone at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a sunny Sunday afternoon. Right. It was just a normal day in the middle of the day. Yeah. Right. So I knew, but I didn't question it really, because I got the information from, a part of the authority here in Glenn County, and I thought the information that they were giving me were true. I had no reason to question it. And heck, in that moment, you're mainly thinking about Ahmaud. You're not thinking about any of the details of the case. Exactly. Mm-hmm. When was it that you began to learn about who was involved, Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael? When did you learn that? The Friday. It happened on a Sunday, and the newspaper article came out that following Friday. An article came out as well on that Tuesday. I don't have the exact dates, and I should, but saying that there was a conflict of interest and the case would be transferred to another county because the local DAs couldn't handle the case here. Because
Gregory McMichael had worked for the district attorney's office for almost 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And it would be transferred. So that was that Tuesday. But in the midst of this, me and my family was trying to do the funeral, so we couldn't really put a whole lot of time in it.
Uh-huh.
But my sister said she read an article in the paper that the guy who was involved was indeed a retired cop.
Mm-hmm.
And the wording of the article said that Ahmaud was actually shot in the street.
Right.
So then I started reflecting back on the conversation that we had initially, where he told me that Ahmaud was in a burglary and he was confronted by the homeowner. But I learned that he was actually shot in the street, and the house that he's supposed to have burglarized was empty. Mr. King, that house didn't have windows or doors at the time. It just was a newly constructed home.
A home that was under construction, and that Gregory and Travis McMichael, they don't own that home, and they have nothing to do with that house.
Yes.
And so the first story that came out was that somebody, in the name of protecting themselves, shot and killed Ahmaud. And it turns out those men had nothing to do with that home.
Exactly. So I began to just sit back, and we had the services that Saturday, but that Tuesday, the next week, I learned that the case had been transferred to another DA, which was Mr. Barnhill. So I reached out. I told him that I had a lot of questions, because the stories that I was told initially, and the story that I read in the news article, it was very conflicting information.
He was the third DA, is that right? That it was transferred out of your county, then to another county.
Yes. And he told me that he had it. No, I'm gonna back up. I talked to his secretary. His secretary said that she wasn't aware that they had received a case from Glenn County. And I said, well, it has to be a case there, because I have quotations from your DAs stating that he has received it. So she placed me back on hold again, and she came back, and Mr. Barnhill was on the line. Very nonchalantly, he told me that he had the case. The case was not even open, because he couldn't open it up until he received all the documents, which include the toxicology report and also the autopsy report. I shared my information with them, and then my contact information, told him I would be the primary contact. And he told me that Ahmaud was shot 2 times with a shotgun. And that's all really, he said that's really all I can tell you at this time.
Was it after the funeral that it gave you the emotional space to start really digging into the actual injustice and case of it?
Yes. I said, because I'm spending a whole lot of time just sitting thinking that this wasn't done right, he was killed, and he was killed in the street after he was chased down and cut off by 2 vehicles. And nobody went to jail.
Right.
Nobody went to jail behind it. They were able to go home, and my baby was placed in a body bag. That's not fair.
Now that many people are covering the story of what happened, and now that so many people are wanting to support you and support the family in this fight for justice, what is it that you're wanting to see happen?
I want all hands responsible for the death of my baby boy to be arrested. I mean, they did a crime, regardless whether they were law enforcement or whoever. They committed the crime, and they need to do what normal citizens do when you break the crime, and you pay the cost of breaking the crime. Right.
And these men, just to be clear, these men weren't law enforcement officers.
No.
Whether Mr. McMichael used to be or was retired or whatever, being a retired police officer or investigator didn't give him any right to do what he did. Like, he was not a current law enforcement officer. I think he seemed to think he was acting as one.
Yes.
But he certainly wasn't.
Yeah. I read an article that he said that they were doing a citizen's arrest. I'm like, really?
And see, when I saw that, it was weeks after Ahmaud had been murdered that they seemed to create that idea out of thin air.
Yes.
Yeah, that because when you read the initial reports, they don't say that.
No.
Yeah, so I think they probably consulted somebody who gave them some type of advice saying, yeah, you need to say this was a citizen's arrest. But
all right. I think I've heard enough. Why is the question, I'm throwing this out there. So roll your mind back to during the period of time we were enslaved. I guess that's the proper political way to say it, because some people have jumped down my throat for saying when we were slaves. Even during those times, they didn't shoot you down because you were worth something, simply because when they brought you back to the plantation, they may have whipped you, but they sold you down the river. Am I correct? Am I correct in saying that? So they couldn't damage the goods, so to speak. So they had slave catchers go out and catch you and bring you back in because there was a price that they put on your head, right? Now, so for 2 cars, with men in the cars tracking an individual down, all right? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my composure here. It's like, how do you justify that? How do you justify you seeing someone jogging, right? Okay, now I'm not sure how they figure out this guy was jogging or whether they seen him jogging by or whatever. So all of a sudden now you're chasing an individual. I'm curious as to know what was the conversation that took place. Because if it's a hostile one, I'm going to defend myself also. I don't care if you got a gun, knife, or whatever. You're just not going to take my life. I'm interested in the conversation that took place. And then if this happened in February, this is March sometime. Then April, then May, then I'm just saying to myself, hold on, whoa, let's back up. Today is May 7th. All right. Happy born day to my daughter, Naila. Wow, I think Naila's 22, 23. Yeah, happy born day. But today's May 7th. Woo! And this took place in February. And I'm just now hearing about this the other day. Yeah. I swear, man, I don't want to beat up on us. I don't want to beat up on us. I don't want to beat up on us, but I receive more BS to come to my phone and get sent to me via email and text message. And I see more memes on Instagram than the law allow about BS. But I'm just now hearing about this. I don't know what county this is. I don't know how the information could have got to us any sooner, but you're talking months and months later. Come on, help me out. And then you're absolutely correct. Why did it take so long to make an arrest? Well, obviously because the gentleman used to work for the DA's office. So if the mom knew and found out days later, how come the mom didn't let the people know that can get the information out? Okay. So we celebrate all the madness that go on. We celebrate and throw parties. We go online. We talk about dumb BS. Octavius Densmore. Give thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the donation, good bro. So why is it that we can't take the death of a black man as serious as we take everything else? This is a question I'm posing to us. That's a good observation. Some still confused about how the super old generation of white establishment is still in position it's in after this many generations. And it just seems like there's not enough, because there's not enough qualified. When I say qualified, I don't mean qualified for your job. I mean qualified to represent yourself as a proud black man and woman that work next to white people in these places. These people won't speak up and speak out. All right. So I'm just saying, where and when are we going to speak up and speak out? So give thanks, Octavius. Really appreciate that. I'm just saying, how do we now? How do we? I know I put the whole conversation about the COVID thing on freeze. I got to figure out another way to kind of come back around and approach it without, and talk about it and kind of go over the film footage without, although I've seen it 3 or 4 times without getting the channel shut down. We have to be able, but because to love ourselves, but because we're in certain kind of positions and we don't love ourselves, we're getting stuck with knowing this kind of information. They're not saying anything to anyone. I've heard people say, for the few days that I've heard about this story, they say, well, he was probably breaking into the house. Okay, let's just say he was. And that's a reason to shoot the man down like a dog in the street if you're making a citizen's arrest. Come on, talk to me. Jay Evans, what's good with you? So I'm saying to everyone, how does this work? Either you're going to keep believing that this old white establishment is actually going to look out for your children's children, or you're going to stand up like a proud black man and woman. We actually going to do something about it. Now, guess what? Some of your legs got cut out from under y'all. Now you can't hit to the streets and protest now. Now what you going to do? Now there's no protests. There's no crowds. There's no picket signs. There's no marching. Because now no one can go on the street. Christopher Reynolds said they will fire you, Griff. I spoke up and spoke out against racism at my lab tech job and they fired me. Escalated by African super. Damn. The family and the council should have held a press conference. I don't give a damn if you hold no press conference. Hold a press conference with your damn cell phone and put it up so we can find out. It seems like when you stand up for your own people, the people stand against you. You're absolutely right, Jay. And there are some scared to death Negroes that's scared they might lose their job or lose them carrying favor with white people. I'm just saying to you, what does it cost though? What is it going to cost me to stand up at the job and say, listen, that wasn't right, yada, yada, yada. And if I need to go through the proper channels to speak up and speak out about this thing, I'm going to do that. So the brother gets shot down in the street. We get the news months later. Now what? See, you take the sting off of it now. Because a lot of people are disconnected from their own people any old way. But when situations like this come up, and I hear people losing their job, I think of the people back in the day that not only lost their job, they lost their life for speaking up. All right? I'm not saying lose your job. I'm just saying to you, that brother getting shot down could have easily been you. So there's a sister and brother, a husband and wife team that's talking about getting some land and us and 12 to 13 families going, and we live and build our own community. That's what we probably gonna have to do, man. And the men in the community establish a security force to protect the women and children, to protect the land, protect the property, protect our right as a human being. Plain and simple. So you mean to tell me if I had 100 acres and I said, listen, any married couple with children that want to come and build a house on my land, we could create our own community. But these are the rules and regulations. And this is how we're going to run this. And this is how we're going to live. So I'm saying to us, that sounds like a good idea, but I can honestly say the vast majority of us don't want to do that. You want to be the first one on your job. You want to be the only one out there that live with them. All right? I see these people, black families that live way out in the country and that kind of thing, and surrounded by them people. I'm like, man, nah, hell nah. You think because it's 2020, these people have changed. Okay, but if you do, why don't you show me? I got a minute. Show me how they change. When we got to come on the air like this and we have to go over these kind of stories. Tell me what's changed. So now Lee Merritt is down there trying to get some semblance of justice. All right, is that going to happen? Is that going to happen? But yeah, some of y'all have them as your best friend and you figure you can trust all of them. I'm not saying you shouldn't trust the ones that's your best friend, but I'm just saying, can you trust their cousins, uncles, cousins, brother-in-law? Come on. But not only that, but what about the mindset now that's still in place? Hunt them down and shoot them? So this is the mindset? Every 4th of July, every New Year's, since I've been living in Atlanta, I hear gunshots. I hear every kind of automatic weapon. I hear shotguns. I hear pistols. But I hear about the cases where white cops shooting black teenagers. I hear cases black on black crime. I never really hear the cases on black cop shooting white teenager. I never hear the case where black men got in a truck and tracked down a white jogger and shot the white jogger down. The question is why? Why don't we ever hear cases like that? And you're right, we need to be reoriented. That's why I put together the Alternative Black Studies course. We need a reorientation, man. And then we need to put, like Marcus Garvey, race first. And whatever that entails, and however you want to deal with that on your level. All right, if that's interrupting your Christendom or your Christianness, then so be it, man. You're right, a reprogramming needs to be done. We can't continue to live like this, man. Plain and simple. We are one incident away, all of us, from losing our lives. Do y'all realize that? And I want us to realize that and understand how this thing works. Right outside of Atlanta, you drive 10 minutes in any direction, you in the midst of those people, man, that are heavily armed. And just because you don't see them acting a fool, like the ones in Michigan showing up at the courthouse with automatic rifles, come on, man, they still here. No, I'm not going to accept that. Don't keep putting it off on Jesus and Jesus is going to take care of everything. Nah. Don't keep telling me, man, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. As long as they've been doing it, they're experts at it, Malcolm said. So stop that. We got to start doing what we need to do. It's vitally necessary. Plain and simple. So once again, happy born day to my daughter, Naila. Shout out to all those individuals that support Serious Minds. I really appreciate that. I love y'all to life. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. I apologize for not doing a proper introduction and letting people know where they can donate and let people know some of the other things that are going on. But I do want to give thanks to a few people that did send me donations via Cash App. Celeste Mitchell. Dina Horton, thank y'all very much. Really appreciate that. And y'all know me, man, $1, $100, $1,000. I'm very appreciative because you don't have to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Every day, every waking moment of the day, I'm thinking about what am I going to say to the people when I get on the platform at 9 o'clock. Every text message that come across, I say, well, let me go over this and see what's happening and what's going on, what the people are saying. Opio 45, thank you very much. Shane Jules, thank me. Really appreciate you, bro. Arlene F. Scott, Troy Sherman, Troy L. Muhammad. Thank y'all very much, either for the business or doing or donation. All right, Octavius Dinsmore, thank you very much for the donation. Thanks, Johnny Taylor, Quan, Alex, Double B, Brandell Bowen, and all the other people that support Great Filibuster, and all the other people that support Serious Minds, this platform. All right. I know tomorrow's Friday, and most of y'all don't come on Friday, but I'm going to come on. I'm not sure if I'm going to come on at 9, probably before or after. I'm not sure. All right. But as I sign out tonight, Energy Code, my album is coming out May 21st. I'm rushing to get it done. My book is delayed. Get the Green, Black, and Red in. I'm dealing with companies and shipping companies and that kind of thing. And COVID got some people shook. All right. But, I understand. Alex Little, thank you very much. Salute, sis. I'm doing a song right now. Before I get off, I want to let everybody know. And there's no backing out of this, Alex. There's no backing out of this, Quan. There's no backing out of this, all of the women that's on this platform. I'm doing a song called Fist and Froze. Fist and Froze. I want each woman that I know, pick your afro out and send me a short clip, no more than 3 to 5 seconds. I'm weaving together a video, and I want y'all to be in the video. This is the only way we can do it. All right? Send it to seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. I'm going to give y'all the go-ahead when to do this. Quan, listen, go get a wig. Go get your wig, pick it out, do a little short. I don't care if you set it up. You can dance, do whatever you want to do. The people that want to do it, send me the information in Serious Minds. I'll send you the track, all right, and do it to sort of be in sync, all right? I need all the women because it's called Fist and Froze. All right? Put your fist up, pick your froze out. All right? We got to be able to do that. All right? We want to show the world that black is beautiful. All right. And that your afro is still your antennas to the cosmic energy and the cosmic forces. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. All right. Once again, this is Professor Griff for Serious Minds. And I do love y'all to life, man. All right. Hold on for a second. Branding. Let me see if I can go out like this.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe, so we can notify you when's the next time we vibe on Serious Minds. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds, RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
All right, peace, family. All right, thanks for the donations. Thanks for your considering being on this platform so we can discuss these events. I love y'all to life. Y'all take care of one another, man. Peace.